Have you ever been in a situation where it wasn't going to turn out well for you? You were scared, maybe confused as well, and just wanting to be able to tell loved ones not to worry or where you were. Now imagine yourself in that scenario, and there's an armed hitman from the local organized crime syndicate yelling at you, giving you orders, and using his implied threat of physical harm to get you to do what he wants. You're scared and just want those who care about you to know what's going on. Once you get in the car with this criminal violating the non-aggression principle, you have no idea when or even if you'll be able to contact your family. Now imagine you've done nothing to anyone else, but this thug and his bosses just didn't like what you were doing and used that as an excuse to kidnap you and take you to a secured location where no one can get you and you can't escape. Would you be able to control yourself?
You can't give me the right to be a human being. I'm fine with that right. Now you can keep me from having that if you've got all the policemen and all the jobs on your side.
Here's the situation. We don't know why this guy you're about to see get beaten up by a cop is getting beaten up. There are many reasons this could be happening, and the vast majority of which have nothing to do with the man doing anything to anyone else, stealing or damaging anyone else's property, or defrauding anyone else. More than likely, this man just didn't ask permission from the ruling class before trying to possess something or use some of his own property. And I know there's a great many people who will just assume the man being assaulted did something wrong. This is our confirmation bias. We're constantly reminded in our schools, by media, politicians, and more that the reason we don't have criminals running in the streets harming others on a mass scale is because of what they refer to as law enforcement officers, like you're about to see. When we see a man struggling with an enforcement agent of the state and the agent is yelling commands and using violence to gain compliance, the vast majority of people just stand and watch in approval. Because that's what our confirmation bias tells us to do. We are programmed that nothing bad is happening, even though we are witnessing it right in front of our own eyes.
Please! Stop! No, I gotta call my phone! Ow! Your hands! Why are you hitting me? Why are you hitting me? Put your hands! Why are you hitting me? Let me call my mom! Stop! Stop! Go and call my mom. You're gonna get tased, dude. Stop! Go and call my mom. Put your hands on your Dude, let me call my mom, please! Stop! Can you You're under arrest. Put your hands on your back. Let me call my mom. Put your hands behind your back. Wait. Hands on your back.
Oh, fuck no.
What the fuck, right?
Let me ask you, if this corporate policy officer was anyone else, would what you just saw be okay? Why is it okay for him to do something no one else in this society is allowed to do? And who gets to decide which among us have this authority of using force on others who have done nothing to anyone else? And why do they get to decide who can and can't violate the non-aggression principle at will? Thanks for joining me for this video. If you like my content, share it. It's the best way to support the efforts of this channel and only takes a couple of clicks. Most importantly, stop using big tech platforms and decentralize. Share this from a decentralized and blockchain-based platform to help spread the word about them.